So you want to learn how to make materials. Cool. Let's fly through this because... so I'm just going to do a brief explanation of how materials work. If you don't care, there are timestamps below. Just skip to whenever the tutorial starts. Most video game materials are made up of multiple different textures. The main ones you need to worry about is albedo, or sometimes called color, roughness, metallic, and normal. These textures are often referred to as maps. Color/albedo map is pretty self-explanatory, it just gives objects their color. Roughness tells something how rough or smooth it is. No roughness, then you have something that looks really polished and super shiny. Metallic tells something how much of metal it looks like and how much light it reflects. Full metal paired with no roughness makes a mirror. Some metallic with a lot of roughness makes a nice weird metal ball. And lastly, normal, which is the most not normal one there is, because it tells light how to bounce off of the object. Basically, light bounces around and all that stuff, and normally light will bounce off of the face of an object. So light traveling at 45 degrees into a plane, facing 45 degrees from the light source, will add an extra 45 degrees bounce to the light particle. A normal map can change how that light bounces from the angle of the face. The direction a face faces is called the normal, and normal map's job is to change that, making the object appear much more detailed. It doesn't angle the face or anything, it just changes how light will bounce off of it. What some people do is they model super high detailed models and one simplified version, and then bake the high detail into a texture and then apply that to the simple mesh, making the simple model look like the more exaggerated detailed model. Now this is all cool and dandy, but how do we get textures from Blender out of Blender? Okay, first I'm just gonna set up a really basic material. Let's do noise texture with color ramp, Control T, boom. Let's make concrete. Concrete's always fun. Alright, cool. Now we have that. I'll do bump. And now it's all lumpy and crap, and it looks all weird and jagged. If we got a rendered view, and actually, there we go. We can see it a bit nicer. So that changes around with that. I'm going to create a second bunch. So that way, I just want to make little holes, I guess. I don't want to make anything too big. There you go, sure. That there, yep. Doesn't really matter. And then I won't do a metallic, but metallic's pretty easy to understand once you get the full thing. Let's go to factor, this here, and let's make a very small portion, like severely metallic. So I'm trying to see if we do. This might be with the Node Wrangler add-on, I think it's called. I don't know. If you don't have that add-on installed, which I recommend it, go to Preferences, Add-ons, Node. There you go, Node Wrangler. But if you hover over a node and do, Control Shift and click, you then get to view the node. And it hooks it straight up to the surface output there. I guess that is metallic. There you go, let's make it just look like that. And then that can be red. Oh yeah. Incredible material. That looks atrocious. Now, to actually create textures, let's just start off with color. Let's go to, what is that? The render properties. Then under bake, set this to be diffuse. Turn off everything except for color. And then when you press bake, it bakes it straight to the texture, and so you do that for everything. Once you want to do metallic, you then switch to metallic, and press bake, or then bake metallic. Now normal map, you don't just plug in and then you press bake, because otherwise it's going to look like this. This is horrendous. This is not what you want. Instead, what you want to do is you can plug in anything. Just make sure it's plugged into normal, but base color can be whatever. Like I'll make it pink. You want to change this to normal, and then press bake, and boom, that'll give you the normal map that you want.